Welcome back to Morning Ritual for Guitar Growth. I'm Jason, your host. The fun continues here at Jason Carey Guitar as we get through the cold, bleak winter. Well, we're not quite into the bleak midwinter months of 2026, but we're getting there. We sure are getting there. And I sure am happy I have company with you. Of course, I'm talking to my guitar and you. And so thank you for being here. And thank you very much for joining us as we kind of continue. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get started. I hope you had a good weekend. I see Mark's on board. I got your photograph of your new guitar, and man, oh man, is that a great looking guitar. I can't wait to share that with the gang, for sure. So congratulations on that rig. That's quite an impressive rig, quite an impressive guitar rig. And so we'll look forward to hearing more about that as time passes. So of course, you know that what we do here is we like to get right down to it, kind of like Frank Zappa was saying in 𝗙𝗏𝗲𝗀, get right down to it. So here we go. I don't have my tuning fork. I'm coming in late. I'm rolling in hot. Rolling in hot from the weekend. And how many of you are practicing with the tuning fork? I'm practicing putting the tuning fork in my teeth, tap it on my knee. This is part of your homework for 2026, is get that 𝗙𝗶𝗴𝗏𝗀𝗀 inside your cranium, inside your skull. So we do that every 15 minutes. And then that's how we memorize and develop good relative pitch. It is a lucky find, Mark. So I forget, is that eagle? No, eagle feathers. Is that sort of a fur holding up your guitars? It looked like there was some, maybe there's some furs holding up your guitar necks. The tuning fork is like break glass in case of emergency. Yeah, I understand that sentiment for sure. I get that. I do get it. So let's go ahead and get that down there so I don't knock it. Part of being a guitar practitioner is kind of knowing your space, right? Robbie Smith's on board. Kev, did I see Kevin's here? Yeah, Kevin's on board. Good morning, Kev. Mr. Haas, good morning. Good morning to you, my friend. So I don't know. Let's go ahead and start with a little roll in easy today. Start with a little bit of breathing. In and out. So if you are a guitar practitioner and you're new, if you're old timer like us, you're for a newcomer to the guitar, you could be playing every one of these exercises along with us, or you could play them at a slower rate of speed. Or you could play them at a faster rate of speed, whatever floats the boat, if you know what I mean. So we've got this really nice 1 and 2 and T and 4. And what I'm going to do is use fingers 3 and 4. We're going to get moving along with 8th note grid today, or 2 attacks per beat. And we're almost ready to get back on track for the year. I've had some communications with, I don't know if you've seen these in your region, but some of our media has been, we've been part of Mr. Joe Bonamassa's team for the past, I don't know, couple of months or so. And so he's really making a big push to basically preserve the blues. And so we were able to come to offer some aid and assistance to help market some of his upcoming concerts. So if you haven't yet seen or heard Mr. Bonamassa, I would highly recommend going to get your ears on like Blues Deluxe or Blues, you know, his new album Breakthrough is pretty good. Some really great riffs and licks on that record to learn. I did one video talking about the very, you know, I don't know if we talked about the riff, but we talked about the first lick that we come to, the first minor pentatonic lick, and it is a doozy. You know, it is a doozy. Definitely need to go back and check out that lick on my channel if you haven't yet done so. So fingers 2 and 3 on 10 and 12. It's free. It's free. Like so many other valuable things in life, not. I mean, you usually have to pay something, right, for something of value. And so we learn early on about systems of value, hopefully. Otherwise, you know, the world ends up in chaos and people start doing weird things because we don't really know where the guidelines are. For example, Montana puts guardrails on their hilly, mountainous roads, highways, so, you know, it kind of prevents people from driving off the road. Here are the guidelines. Here's what we suggest. But if you must, you can figure out how to drive over the rails if you want, but insurance is likely not going to cover it. Well, let's give it a little bit of a shot with triplets. Let's kind of just get it, put a little tang on it. Just a little tang. Anybody else feel that right in here? I feel that right in here, so I'm going to have to stretch definitely today. I'd stretch at the top of the hour, but at the top of the hour today we're done. So fingers 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and we're jumping into triplets now. So if you're just tuning in, I'm Jason. I'm here at Jason Carey Guitar. I'm the host of the morning ritual for guitar growth. And what we do is we play the guitar. This year we're playing, well, last year we played all year long at 60 beats per minute. And this year we're playing at 80 beats per minute. That's right. We're using 2 attacks per beat, or, you know, 3 attacks per beat, or 4 attacks per beat, or 5 attacks per beat, or 6 attacks per beat, or whatever, but we're at 80 beats per minute. So definitely appreciate those hearts. Whoever's sending those hearts, that's great. Let me join you for a couple of those. 𝗙𝗶𝘆𝘆 is on board this morning. Jill, good morning. Great to see you this morning, Jill. Immovable Grace, India. All right, got it. I think we're at the right place. So let's go ahead and just move on to just 3, you know, 2 and 3. We'll skip kind of, I guess we shouldn't skip 1 and 4. Let's go ahead and do 1 and 4 because this is such a great exercise. It's a great one to just using 7 and 12, and now I'm on 1 and 6. Maybe a couple of triplets. But what a great sound that is. It's just this really angular, disjunct sound. And now what we're doing, we're almost at quarter of the hour, you know, 3/4 of the hour, quarter 2. And at quarter 2, what we'll do is we'll take a break and we'll give it a good stretch, okay? All right, we'll show Mark's smash the like button. That's a helpful thing to do. So fingers 2 and 3 and 4. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just maybe we should do triplets. How's everybody feel with the triplets? I feel pretty good with the triplets. So I am going to hold a members only, and this is just not a, it's not a, you know, the inner circle yet. That's the last Saturday, but I am going to hold a members only live stream this week, and I'm not sure. We are going to try a different time, you know, maybe like a 6 p.m. or 3 p.m. in the afternoon or something like that. We're going to try something different, so I'll keep you on notice, and then we'll see who shows up and who's able to make it a better time, you know. Like we've talked about before, this is literally my morning ritual for guitar growth. So my warm-up, it's my personal warm-up, and I do, you know, an excerpt of my own personal warm-up here, and this is, I don't want to miss it. I'm going to be doing it anyway, and I always do it at this time of day. It would likely be earlier if I didn't want to air it or televise it, but I think it's important for some of us to be able to communicate in a live environment. It's definitely something I enjoy. I enjoy communicating in a live environment. Do I think it impacts the quality of my sessions? Yeah, absolutely. I think it does improve the ability to talk while practicing or warming up with the guitar, but it does require some processing power that I normally wouldn't spend down during a warm-up practice or warm-up procedure. So let's see what it would be like if I just play my guitar. What did Frank Zappa used to say? Shut up and play your guitar. I'm going to try it. Yeah, 42, 3 more minutes. Let's go ahead and get to fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And I'm still rocking the triplets, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to do this, you know, 2 attacks per beat, and that is just fine. It's absolutely fine. And one thing I wanted to talk about, do you practice, when you practice your electric guitar, practice with an amp all the time, or do you take the time to get familiar with what the dynamic range of and feel of the electric guitar is? Do you take the time to just practice it acoustically without amplification, without assistance from electronics? Because I've found that's my favorite way to practice electric guitar is without an amp. Right, I just love to practice the, especially if I'm working out on practicing arpeggios, linear functions, nonlinear functions. I really enjoy the guitar acoustically. So that's a little secret into tone production, and it's one of those things where we learn how to let the amp do the work. If you play as quietly and observe in a very quiet room whilst playing electric guitar, when we start playing in an ensemble or with others, or in a noisier environment, let's say we're doing a solo gig, the amplifier helps, and I don't have to change the way I approach the guitar at all. The amplifier is there to do the work for me, so I don't have to sacrifice tone. I don't have to sacrifice feel. I don't have to sacrifice. I can just use the additive process, add the amplifier, let the amplifier do the work for me. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little stretch here. We'll get stretchy for about a minute. Measure 2, 2, T, 4, measure 3, 2, T, 4, measure 4, measure 5. Oh, I guess 5 should have been this 2, T. 4, measure 2, 2, T. 4, measure 3, 2, T. 4, measure 4, T. 4. And then we're going to the other hand because we want symmetry. We are symmetric for the most part. Many of us are symmetrical creatures. 3, 4, and then 3, 2, 3, 4, and then 4, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 2, 3. Oh, Bobby Weir. Yeah, right. Yes, thank you for mentioning that. That was a big hit this weekend. Big hit when I saw that come through the social media loops. I thought that looked like rabbit. I thought that was rabbit. Yeah, I didn't want to say because, but it's easier to confirm that I thought it was rabbit than to say something else and then look like I don't know what I'm talking about. You know how that works. Because it's inexpensive. It's also very stylish. Is that cap you're wearing also your merch? Oh, hey, how you doing? It is. It's a shirt. I think there's a shirt available. And this hat is just so cool. And it's not actually printed backwards when you buy it, but I really do. I have people buying the merch, and I do have people buying from the affiliate links on my videos, and I really appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. And we've got a huge family all over, the guitar family all over the world. And some of us have very limited edition t-shirts that are no longer available. So there's that. And sometimes this stuff comes and goes, so it'll be available for a limited time, I think. But it will always be cool and relevant, I think. Happy picking is always relevant, isn't it? We've got our next batch all kind of in the queue and ready to go, but we're going to work through this stuff first. All right, let's go ahead and get 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 3. So we're just going to take it really simple, really easily. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, T, 4, and then 2, T. Stretch that fourth finger. It is a beautiful, inexpensive guitar, that's to be sure. Well, I was thinking the rabbit, the fur lining the guitar stands is just really cool. It's just a really great idea. And that white guitar, that gild is just, it's something to look at. You know, I think 𝗙𝗍𝘆's doing something where they're shaving the bottom end of the body of the guitar in a similar manner. I think they kind of angle that little swoosh a little bit differently, but it's essentially this. It's a similar idea. We're removing mass of the body of the guitar. Yeah. So if I'm playing like, you know, quarter notes or let's say 16th notes, if I'm doing like, you know, 4 attacks per beat, and that's a little bit too much for your interest levels this morning, or maybe you're still warming up to that, you can easily do 1 attack per beat and still be part of the party, still join the party. This really important piece of the puzzle here is just to practice practice within our capacity. Don't live beyond our means, right? And we're all guilty of that, you know, 1 and 2 or 2 attacks per beat. But I'm literally in no hurry, and we know that if we stick to the game, you know, we'll be millionaires by the time we're 24 years old, right? Just got to stick to the plan. Just got to stick to the plan. It's literally that simple, right? Just stick to the plan. But, you know, if it was easy to stick to the plan, everybody'd be doing it, right? Yeah. Let's try it. Oh, let's try this. The 𝗙𝗶𝗴𝘆𝗀𝘀. What's going on? Thomas? I love all of the inexpensive guitars I have acquired over time, and I would be hard-pressed to trade them away. That's a good idea to hang on to them. You know, they become something of value when you maintain your custody over the guitars for a long period of time. I have a friend who does the same thing you're doing, and will purchase like really in it. You know, here's the kickstand exercise. So I'm not sure if Jill's still on board, but this kickstand exercise is for Jill. This is one of those exercises that we just started playing, and we used the 4-finger positional approach, but we kicked that first finger back. And we actually, let's go ahead and stretch that fourth finger too. But that first finger stretch exercise became known as we adopted it as the kickstand, quote unquote kickstand exercise. And that's just because the first finger's kicked back. And then 𝗙𝗶𝗴𝘆𝗀𝘀, who's a guitar luthier in her own right, decided to build her first guitar and nickname her guitar Kickstand after this exercise. So it's a pretty remarkable thing that we have going on here together. It's a small but mighty group, right? Small but mighty group. And if you're here, you know why you're here. We're going for guitar growth. We're going for every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. and we're spending the time down on approaching the guitar. See, the guitar is supremely approachable. It's much, much more approachable than most other things we are going to approach in our lives. But at the same time, it can be very complicated. It can be very easy to come off the trail, if you know what I mean. One day you're looking for the white blaze, and then one moment you tip your head up and the white blaze is nowhere to be seen. And I'm lost in the wilderness, hopefully not forever. But it does happen to some of us. We get lost in the wilderness forever, and it's the last thing that we see. It is. So the wild is everywhere around us, and well, what we like to do is we like to keep our bearings. We like to work within the parameters of what's realistic and the parameters of our capabilities. So if I'm practicing 16th note grid, I'm counting 16th note grid all the time, like 1E and a 2E and a T and a 4E, so that I might play more accurately when I only have 2 attacks per beat that I'm articulating. But if I wanted to play 1E and a 2E and a TE and a 4, I can if I choose to, because I've practiced it quite a bit in the past. We could do 5s too, we could do 6s, you know. We could just kind of focus on just palm muting the heck out of it, or just freeing up our hands. But if any of that's too fast for you at any moment, you can easily just walk through that 2 attack per beat continuum. Super easy, super simple. Don't worry, don't concern yourself with, I want to concern myself with reaching beyond my means, but I don't want to reach so far that I can't find a hold, and then I peel off the wall. right? I have to work within my capabilities. So, all right, so what are we doing now? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then let's go ahead and do this diagonal pattern, see if we can make it through this. So we made it through all of the 2-finger, pretty much 3-finger and 4-finger permutations. With ease, we might add. This is looking really good this morning, feeling really good, and now it's a happy Monday. It's definitely a happy Monday, and we're looking so good. We're looking so good. For the rest of the day, we are now switched on as guitar practitioners. And before this, before we do our morning ritual for guitar growth, which is essentially a warm-up pattern, the warm-up's not, it's not for everybody. It's not available for everybody all the time. Sometimes life gets really busy. Sometimes we get the late night call. We need to bring mom or somebody to the hospital for, because they're suffering from the flu so badly. And then the next morning, we don't really feel like getting up at, 4:30 in the morning to make our guitar engagements. But, or maybe we had a late night gig, which is pretty common for those of us practicing the guitar. We have a solo gig at the coffee shop, maybe, playing a little jazz or a little joni. We play whatever we can, wherever we can, develop an audience. And if you'd like some assistance, if you really want to go after developing, let's say an open mic or participating in an open mic for the first time, we've trained a lot of ensembles in a lot of different formats. Solo, we've trained a lot of different musicians to do a lot of different kinds of things. And I'd just be happy to talk about strategies if you want. You can always reach me at grow@JasonCareyGuitar.com. That's GROW at JasonCareyGuitar.com. So, reach out anytime you like. I'm here. We're here. Somebody's here to pay attention. And you should have sign up for the email list, because this 2026, we're about to get busy with the email list. And not spam, but we're going to get busy, busy. So 1 and 2, who's here? 𝗙𝗏𝘆𝘆 is here. Good morning, M. That particular style was 1962, and it's appointed with modern gear, and it's just a joy to play. Those humbuckers are ridiculously sweetly voiced. I'd love to hear some samples of that guitar, some sound samples. I don't know if you record, do you have the capabilities to record? Love to hear a sample of that, that guild mark. Answer to opposite guitar styles. Yep. Morning, Mr. M. Jason, when I was doing 7 days a week and 30 different activities, I would do a certain number of things on each day of the week. That's where we're headed. Yeah, that's where we're headed. You read through the, you read between the lines, of course, and that's sort of how, Pat Martino, Pat Metheny, and all the other Pats out there. Mimi Fox, Mimi, I don't know, have you heard Mimi, have you heard her play yet? Mimi, she's a monster. Mimi, M-I-M-I, I think it's M-I-M-I, it must be M-I-M-I. Mimi Fox, oh my word, what a monster. Whoa, hey, watch out. But they all have practice cycles, practice sequences. They can't possibly practice everything all in one fell swoop. Oh yeah, there's the JJC again. So JJC's everywhere. All right. At the end of the week, I've accomplished a whole total of activities every week. All right, let's start with the first shape, and then we'll get done. We'll jump in with shape number 1, and then we'll jump for today. So we're shape number 1, pentatonic. So you have until tomorrow to practice shape number 2. You know who you are. If you haven't memorized all of these pentatonic shapes yet, you have until tomorrow to practice and memorize shape number 2. And if if you need a copy of shape number 2, email me and I will literally directly email you a copy of all 5 shapes that we use. You know, there are other shapes, but we make reference to shape number 1, shape number 2, and shape number 3, 4, 5. And so if you want a copy of all of those, do not hesitate. And all right, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and send this around to your friendlies who are also guitar practitioners, because the more the merrier. I think the more the merrier. We can work together. Here we go. We're done. We're officially finished because we see Kevin's here with a blue wrench saying, have a great day, everyone, until tomorrow. Happy picking. Awesome. Thank you, Kevin, for being here. Great to hear from you. Great to see you. I got shape 2 down. Oh, okay, good. All right. All right, stay ahead of the game. We'll talk to you tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing you all then. I hope you have a super day, just a super day. Till we meet again, happy picking.